Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Table Talk. We just got back from BGG Fall 2022. It was fun. It was great. Had a good time.
BGG Fall 22 is a lot bigger than the spring. We had over 2,000 people who attend and a bunch of volunteers. We had a great time. So we came in early Wednesday morning, went to bed, and then later Wednesday morning, at 10 o'clock, we woke up for the registration. The line was really long, but they are very organized. So we moved. You didn't have to stand the line. It didn't take that long to get through the registration and getting our name tags. And then afterwards, we went to the library and checked out a bunch of games and played them. So the first game that I played was Savannah Park. Now, Savannah Park is an animal game. And what are you doing?
Sorry.
Okay. Savannah Park is an animal game. It kind of reminds me of the Take It Easy. You have a board. The difference is you already have all your tiles on the board. And you have different animals, and you're trying to place them in a group. You do have a couple of holes, so on one person's turn, they'll pick an animal to move. We all find that animal, and we move it to another spot. And at the end, we would have moved all the animals and trying to move them together in a herd. And you score points on how big the herd is with how many watering ponds are next to. And I really enjoy this game. This is one that I would definitely add to our collection, and maybe we can take it easy.
While she was playing that with some people, I was playing Ticket to Ride Ghost Train, which, in my opinion, is a nice kid-friendly one. It's essentially part of their first journeys reskinned to be more spooky and Halloween themed. The trains are basically haunted houses on wheels, which is pretty cool. Unlike the standard Ticket to Rides for the older crowd, it is, instead of point-based by completed tickets, it's a race to complete 6 tickets first. Basically, and all the locations are things like the spooky lighthouse or the swamp, the gingerbread house in the forest, spooky forest, circus, and things like that, mad science lab. And there is one bonus ticket that everyone has an opportunity to get if they connect one corner of the map to the other, essentially the forest to the water. And then there's also some bonus. Oh, yeah. If you connect Town Hall, which is in the center, to either of the other corners, you get a bonus of drawing 2 cards off the deck.
So there's multiple bonuses. Okay.
Yes. Well, the extra bonus ticket counts as one of your 6.
Okay. So, do you think that's something we need to add to our collection?
I think it'd be nice to play with our kids one day when we have them, and I think it'd be fun to have something Halloween themed in our collection, but not necessary. I don't really think the first journeys are necessary to my collection of Ticket to Rides, but this one I would make an exception for.
Okay. Yeah, you'll pick this one over first journeys because their variation is different.
Right. Well, I mean, I haven't played any of the other first journeys to know maybe that mechanic is the same.
Okay.
But the difference is, we already have the USA and Europe, the normal ones, so I don't feel that it's necessary to have the first journeys.
Okay. Okay, and another little filler game we played was No Thanks. It's a small, trick-taking game. You can still buy it at Target. It's numbers 1 to 35, and if you want the number, you take it. If you don't, you put a chip on it to pass, and whoever had the lowest score would win.
If you have consecutive numbers, only the lowest one counts, and the chips are negative points, so it can detract from that number some more. But yeah, that's...
I don't think we really need the game. It's a filler game. We have a bunch of other trick-taking games.
And various fillers in our library. I agree with that.
Okay, yes. Well, the next game was an interesting game called Hand-to-Hand Wombat.
Some secret identity to it. Basically, there are good wombat and one bad one. There are some special ones in there that we didn't play with. Just letting you know that they're there.
But the good wombats are trying to build these 3 towers from 6 to 1.
While the bad wombat is essentially deterring that by removing pieces off of the tower.
And why is it so hard? Your eyes are closed. You're doing this blind.
All this is done blind, and all the pieces are in like the box lid.
Yes.
So it's kind of a 3, 2, 1. Hit the timer. Everyone's feeling around, trying to do it. The bad wombat can also hide pieces in his hands to prevent the good wombats from winning. Mm-hmm. And based on how many towers are built by the end of the round, determines the good or bad wombat get points.
Yes, and then after each round, you could vote on somebody. You think, oh, I think this person's the bad wombat.
Yes, there is some vote elimination there.
I mean, it was a fun game. It was really cute, but it's not a game I need in my collection.
Yes, the experience was fun. It was silly. We had a good laugh about it, but I don't know if it's necessary for our personal collection, just because of the games that we like to play. Mm-hmm.
But it's definitely a good kid game.
Yeah, I mean, any game of that kind of silly nature, I'll be honest, I will always openly jump in if someone's like, hey, let's play this.
All right.
But I will say, because eyes are closed, with kids, that it could maybe get a little too aggressive. Oh. I could see that.
Okay. All right, and then the next game we want to talk about that we played, I think it was the chicken versus hot dog.
Sure, if that's the next game.
Well, we actually played a bunch of games, so it doesn't have to be in order. We could talk about chicken versus hot dog. Now this is like a party game, basically.
Okay.
You have these rubber chickens and rubber hot dogs, and you need to throw them in the air, kind of like flip them, like the water bottle challenge, and have them land on their feet. There's different cards that have different special challenges, like throwing it under your leg, throwing it behind the back, over the shoulder, things like that. You bid to whether you want to do it or don't want to do the challenge, and then the other team attempts the challenge, and then you flip a card if you win. And the idea is to flip all your cards over, getting points and winning.
Once again, it goes into that silly category, but also it's like, if I said hand-to-hand wombat was a silly fun game, this was on another level.
This is an adult silly fun game.
Silliness that it's like that, like to a point where I'm like,
I can't believe somebody invented this game.
Yeah, I can't believe this game exists. What am I doing with my life?
Yes, but we played it. This. It was, for a good laugh.
Yes, it's all about it's all about the fun silliness that you can have. Mm-hmm. That's all there is to it. There's just,
Okay. Well, the next game we played, we can say, is colors or story colors.
Okay. We played that game. Basically, it's,
you have a prompt, and you have to make up you roll these dice that have colors on it, and using the prompt, you tell a story trying to allude to these colors, and you want everybody to be able to guess your colors, but you don't want them to guess it all correctly, so you have 4 colors.
Yeah, so like, for example, let's say the prompt was, I went outside, ... and then you have to finish. So I went outside, I smelled the fresh grass, then I realized that the sun was too bright, and then I
watered my plants.
And
then, so what colors did you think?
And then it got cloudy.
Okay, so then people would put down what colors they think you rolled, and then they reveal, and you get points accordingly, like how many you got right.
Right.
Whatnot.
So for viewers at home, if you can think about what colors I was trying to come up with, the answer that I'm thinking in my head would have been green, yellow, blue, and white.
Was white an option? Oh, yeah, I think it was.
Yes, it was.
Okay.
So green grass, yellow sun, water blue, and cloud white.
Okay. Not if it's raining, but okay, whatever.
Okay, well, I mean, gray wasn't necessarily a color.
So yeah, I mean, it was an interesting game, but it's not my type of game. I don't have that much of creativity. Like, I would rather Dixit, because Dixit requires a little bit of creativity, but, you have the pictures already. You're not drawing those pictures. So It was a fun game if you like storytelling. So I don't think we need it in our collection. The other game we played...
13 Clues. That's a game that's kind of like Clue, where you get dealt some cards, and then you have to pick a person, place, thing, and put it actually in front of your person on the left. And everybody's basically trying to guess those cards that the person on your right put in front of you by asking questions like, how many males do you see, how many females, or just people in general, how many places, or how many weapons, firearms, or ranged weapons, I'm sorry, do you see, or how many orange cards do you see? Those are things.
Okay.
Now, go ahead.
So I'm just going to try to summarize it because I know you could run on. But basically, with all these questions, you're eliminating these different persons, weapons, and things, and you're trying to figure out what those cards are. So.
Yes.
Did you like the game?
I did like it. I'm finding I just really like social deductions. I may have mentioned my favorite classic game is Clue.
Yeah, growing up, we did like Clue. So I definitely like social deduction also. I did not play this game because we had a bunch of people. So I was like, I'll sit out on this one so, other people can play.
Yeah. It's funny. You like social deduction, but you don't care for hidden identities.
Well, hidden identity sometimes require lying, and I did not feel comfortable lying sometimes. Like, I can't.
You like questioning, but you don't like the being creative with
it's
the response.
Different. It's two different things. Okay.
Yeah, because you gotta be creative with your response.
Okay, so what's this? 13 Clues?
13 Clues.
And we were able to buy this game at the bazaar, which we'll talk more about in another video.
Yeah, it's when we get to the day we went to the bazaar.
Okay, so another game we played, this is called Salad Master. This is an interesting game. You have a bunch of vegetables, and on one side it's just a picture of the vegetable, but on the other side it has like the calorie count of the vegetable, the what else besides calorie count? Like the protein
and calories,
carbohydrates, and sugars. Those are the 4 different things. And you will have these prompts like, what has the most carbohydrates? And everybody will grab a vegetable and trying to have the most carbohydrates. And whoever has the most carbohydrates will get that prompt. And the first person to 3 points, because each prompt is 1 point, wins. And I thought it was pretty, interesting.
Yes.
Like, garlic had a lot of protein. I don't remember if that was right or not. That's not something you would, every vegetable, they measured with 100 grams. So, you don't use 100 grams of garlic, I don't think. But...
No.
It was an interesting game. I liked it.
Yes, that was fun. I believe, what else?
I like knowledgeable games. I like games where you can learn things. So I wouldn't mind having this game in our collection.
Okay.
We
tried, I know the fake artist goes to New York.
Oh gosh, the fake artists go to New York. I love this game. It is so funny.
Yes, another one in the Oink collection.
Yes, small box, travel size.
Great. Everyone basically has to draw a small segment of a picture.
Okay, so first there's the it person. The it person thinks of a word, gives it to everybody but one person. That one person does not know what this word is. And there's your pen and paper. We take turns drawing one line of the picture, but the it person has to kind of follow along and pretend they know what's going on and kind of blend in and draw one line also. And at the end of each person drawing 2 lines, it goes around twice. We have to figure out who the fake artist is.
Right, based on whether their lines make sense or not.
Yes.
And then if they get it right, congratulations. If you get it wrong, the fake artist reveals themselves and tries to guess what the drawing's supposed to be.
Yes. So I like this game. This is a cute little party game. I don't know how many players can play it, but I feel like...
I think it was 8. No, I think it's 9. I think they give you 8 little things, and then you're going to have the one that actually writes everything that doesn't participate in the drawing.
But this is a game I will look forward to adding to our collection, for sure.
Yes. Let's see. What else? We have Treasure Hunters. We can talk about that one.
So Treasure Hunters is a game where it's a card drafting in the beginning. You draft the cards you want. And on the board, there's 3 areas. There's the blue area, the green area, the red area. And you are trying to get treasures in those areas. But sometimes it is minus points also. So if you play the highest card, you would win the treasure in the highest value, like the highest area. Mm-hmm. And you play the lowest card, you would win the treasure in the lowest card. And
our cats miss us.
If you don't play anything, you just don't play in that area. You don't count. And then after that, you the goblins come and steal your money, and in which case, if you have guard dogs, they can protect you from getting your coins stolen, and whoever has the most guard dogs will collect all those stolen money and goblins for points. And it was a good game. I liked it. It's one of the older games. It's just not something that I think we need in our collection. We do have a similar game called Maui, where with the high value, low value concept.
Yeah, except it's a trick-taking game, so everyone starts with the same cards in hand.
Yeah. So, okay, and we did play another game. I'm looking at a picture here. Which one is this one? Okay, and then we're going to talk about Magic Maze on Mars.
Yes, we also checked out Magic Maze on Mars. If you're familiar with Magic Maze, same concept, obviously. But if you're not, basically...
It's a co-op.
It's co-op. You're given some type of objective, and you have to move, well, specifically on Mars, you have to move certain elements around the board, but... depending on how many players or what have you, each player is assigned a color or element or whatever, so only they can move things on certain parts of the map. And you're trying to get elements to a certain objective, and then you're also trying to get space people to their objective, but you have to build it first using the elements.
And you do all this without talking, so you have the little... pond.
So there's a little pond, yes.
Well, it's a big pond, actually. It's a pond where you hold, and if someone needs to do something, you'll take the pond and you'll move it in front of them like, hey, I need you to do something. And that person has to look at the map and be like, what do I need to do? I don't know.
They do have a sideboard with some general things like produce an element or move an element, build a bridge, or stuff like that you can like pawn, like maybe put it in front of someone and then put it on particularly that action.
It's like, I need you to produce...
give them an idea, because I know that was one of the issues I had playing regular Magic Maze, where I was like, hey, do a thing, and they have no idea what they're doing, because there's like
what do I need to do? I don't know.
5 things on the board. It's like, do I need to move this piece or that piece? Do I need to move it? Do I need to turn this on? Like, I had to...
Okay, so, which one do you like more, Magic Maze or Magic Maze on Mars?
I like them both the same. I mean, for their different elements.
Mm-hmm. Do you think we need this in our collection?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I like it, but not necessary.
Yeah.
I mean, if I ever go to another game night and someone else has it, that's my opportunity to play it.
Yeah.
If they're open to play it, kind of thing.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I don't think we need this game, but... it was nice. I wouldn't mind playing it again. All right. And I think that was the last game of the night.
I think so. If you got any more pictures to remind you, I know I went through mine for any other games.
No, that's all the games.
Did we play... Well, did we play Ethnos? Was that the first?
Oh, yeah, we did play Ethnos. Okay, one more game. Ethnos.
We've played it before, but some of the guys or friends that we played it with, it was their first time playing it. So
Ethnos is a set collection game
with area
a little
control.
Area control. You collect these races or colors in a set, and like depending on how many cards you have, you receive a certain amount of points. The more cards, more points. And then depending on what color that card was, is where you put your token to control the area, and whoever has the most tokens in that area also gets points. So it's a really nice balance, I think. I like this set collection area control. Normally I don't like area control, but this one is, that set collection kind of offsets the area control, so I do enjoy this game.
Yeah, so it's also, if you look it up, it's a fantasy theme, so the kind of races are halflings, trolls, fairies,
mermen.
Yes.
Those things like that.
Winged folk. So
yes.
It's very, very Dungeons and Dragons fantasy, or stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't mind having this game in our collection. It is a good game. It's been out for a while. I just finally was able to play it this year. That's all.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
what about you? Would you like it in our collection?
It would be nice to have, but some other people have this game that we could totally borrow it from,
So we
or
don't
play
need
with,
to.
kind of thing.
We don't need it in the collection.
Correct.
Yes, gotcha. Okay. So I think those are all the games we played for the first day.
So yeah, first day we strictly checked things out of the library and played them.
Yes. Well, thanks for watching day 1 of our BGG Fall Con.
Yes. Stay tuned for day 2.
All right.
See you in the next one.
Please like and subscribe.
Bye bye for now.
That was my line.